Hey everyone, I'm Jess from Non-Techie HQ. If you run a service, business, retail, or food business and use or are looking to utilize Square in your business, they've recently made some updates that can help you make the decision on getting started before the holiday season. In today's video, I will walk you through this update Square has released so that you can start using them now. I will go walk through them, how to use them, and go over some industry-specific ones that has been released, especially for the food-based businesses. Whether you're a mobile business, you clean carpets, you're a boutique retailer, or you're running a food truck, technology shouldn't feel harder than the work you do. I help non-techie business owners learn tools and get their systems set up without the overwhelm. And today we're breaking down the latest Square updates step by step so you can stay ahead. So let's get started with update number 1, Square's pricing and features. Now with Square, it has always been a kind of varied pricing. And with the varied pricing, you ended up having a subscription for marketing. You had a subscription for the SMS. There was a subscription for restaurants. There was a subscription. So there was a lot of different price points that you could use. So now they have really taken the core products that most businesses will use and created 3 plans for their platform now. So you still have the Square Free, and with Square Free you still get your POS, you have the online site, the item library, invoicing, booking, and you get access to the checking and savings account. None of those features have typically changed. Square Plus is now $49 a month per location, and you do get a 30-day free trial where you get everything in Square Free, plus you get POS features, lower processing fees, loyalty rewards program, which was before an additional cost, the email and text messaging marketing, which was another cost, and staff management. So this really helps business owners get what they need to get started and get rolling. With the Square Premium, if you need something more, you need more of text messaging or no gift card load fees, you also get a processing fee of 2.4% plus 15 cents. So they're really encouraging you to go forward and get on a paid plan that works for your business. They still have the options for the custom pricing, and they give you a kind of a list for each of the features that they have for each account now. So you should expect to see this change now in your Square platform. So you should have received an email maybe about 2 weeks ago that the pricing was going to change and that they were making some updates. So that is the update for the Square pricing, which I believe is a really big one and is very good for users because it was so hard before to figure out what you needed to pay before you even made the decision. Now they've made that a lot easier. So to find the Square pricing in your dashboard, you'll log in to your Square dashboard, and then you will go to settings, account and settings, and then pricing and subscriptions. And here is where you'll see the different subscriptions that you have, and you'll see the new Square plans now available for you to be able to go through and utilize those new plans. And you'll be able to click see what's new, and it'll take you to those plans, and you're able to choose a plan and move forward with the plan that fits for you. Now, update number 2 is ACH payments on customer invoices. Now, when you send an invoice to your Square customers, they have the options of using a direct ACH payment. So they will only need to put in their bank account information and the routing number instead of going through Plaid. This helps with fees. This helps with allowing providers to receive a faster deposit, especially when you use it with the Square checking. You also receive no fees on the ACH payments since typically they're going from bank account to bank account. So if you are a service or beauty biz, then this will definitely help you save in those fees area and allow your customers to pay in a way that is comfortable for them instead of going through a third party provider. So to make sure that these payments are set, you want to go to your Square dashboard, and from Square dashboard, you want to go to payments and invoices. In payments and invoices, you want to go to invoices. Next, you'll go to settings and last invoices. Once in invoices, it will take you to your templates. This is where you will make the changes. So we will click our default Square invoice and we will click edit. From here, it will open up those menus for your Square payments. Now, this is a template that it will be shown to each one of your customers when you send an invoice. So this is by default, this will be sent. If you're on Square Free, you only get this one template. If you are on a paid plan, then you get more templates so that you're able to use for each service you may provide. So each template has a name. You can do an invoice title, select a service date, and add a message that is sent with every invoice. So you want to keep that in mind. You are able to add any shipping fees, service charges, late fees, and any discounts, and attachments and custom fields below where you can add PDFs, images, and such to this template and add custom fields on the Square Plus plan. That is what is shown for every invoice. So no matter the service, no matter the day, that is what your customers will see. Now on this right-hand side, you have your schedule for when it is sent immediately or the due date for it in 17, 14, 30 days or a custom date. When it is, when an invoice is created, it is based on that day of creation. So if it's upon the day of the invoice, that is the day that it will be due each time this template is sent. Next, we have our accepted payment methods here, where we have our credit and debit card already checked, ready to go. But here below, you'll see that ACH bank transfer here. So you'll check to turn that on, and that will allow you to receive those ACH bank payments. You can also add Cash App Pay and your gift cards. You also have the options for partial payments. You can turn that on to allow them to pay less than the full amount on the invoice. Then you have customers' actions if you want to add tipping, save a payment method, and then there's a goods and service confirmation now, where in order to pay, your customer is required to confirm they accept the goods and services with satisfaction. This only covers final payments though, not any initial deposits. But if when you're sending a manual invoice, you can select this on, and this notification will come up to say goods and service confirmation is only available on final payments made after your customer received the goods or service. And you could click yes. So that is when you send a regular invoice. For this, since you may send a deposit invoice or one after, you don't have to set that for your template, but that is now an option for your invoices. Then you can share it via email, text message, or share link by default. And there are 4 reminders that are already embedded here. And then if your order needs shipping, you can now have that into your template. Once you have that ACH bank transfer checked, you'll click Save Template. This will save your template to move forward for sending to your customers. Now, update 3 is the ability to accept Bitcoin for payments. Some accounts may have this available right now. They will start to do like a rolling debut with the Bitcoin. So now you can get payments either in Bitcoin or you can convert your sales into Bitcoin. And this is something that people have been asking for. And now it is starting to become available for Square providers. And starting November 10th, pretty much everybody will start to have the option of adding the Bitcoin to their account. So you have the ability to buy, sell, hold, or withdraw the Bitcoin. And with your plan is based on your fee. So you have for Square Free, there's 1.00% fee on Bitcoin conversions and 0% for Bitcoin payments processing. So with each one, it'll go down 0.50% for the $149 a month plan, but you'll still have that 1.00% fee Bitcoin conversions on the $49 paid plan. So that is the payments through Bitcoin now. And to utilize that, you will go to your Square dashboard. You will go to banking, and there will be an option for Bitcoin here. With Bitcoin, you're able to click Get Started. You'll see a little notice where it says it'll be available November 10th, 2025, and all of the information in regards to it. So you'll just click Get Started, and you'll go through, and if you need to set up any of the two-step verification, you'll go through and do that process. The next update is now declined payment receipts. Now you're able to print a receipt for when a payment has been declined. So it will allow you to give proof to the customer that the order didn't actually go through. To add the declined payment receipts to your Square account, your POS, you will go to your Square dashboard. You will go to Settings, Device Management, and Printer Profiles. From here, if you don't have a printer profile already set, you'll create a profile. You can name it and click Receipts. With receipts, you want to make sure that it prints automatically. That will give you the option to check the print receipts for declined payments here. In the rest of these profile settings, if you have an in-person order ticket that you would like to print, you can turn that on here, and it'll have either a single item per ticket. You can customize it to remove the top margin, print kitchen names, and combine identical items to help with the fulfillment of orders. Next is online order tickets. This allows you to send online orders to prep stations, and you have similar options as the in-person order tickets. Next, you have order ticket stubs. This is used to give to the customer for when a order is taken, and you can give them a ticket with a number in order to keep up with their orders. You can also print void tickets and barcode labels, and select the location that you would like this printer profile to be at, and then you'll click Save. So that is how you add the declined payment receipts to your Square account. Update 5 is appointment deposits and this is for beauty and service businesses alike. Previously when you had a Square appointment, you weren't able to easily put in a deposit for your appointment and have them pay a certain amount ahead of time. It was very rigid in how it used to be, but now they have made some adaptations to it, making this easier for providers in 2025. So to update your appointment deposits, you will go to appointments. From appointments, you will go to settings, and from settings, you will go to payments and cancellations. In the payments and cancellations, you will see no requirements to book. Here you'll click, and now you can require that deposit for fixed price services to book. If you want to a pay plan, you're able to do the hold card in case of a no-show. But right now, you'll see that required deposit is in beta version. You can also still require the full prepayment of your products or have the no requirements to book. So here we'll click next, and we have a require a deposit. So you can do a fee type where there's a percentage of the amount or there is a fixed price. So if you wanted 50% of the deposit ahead of time, you can add that there. You will need to put in a deposit policy for why you want this policy, what it covers, and what happens if they don't show, or what happens if they do show, what can they expect. You want to make sure you outline that in your deposit policy so that your customer is very aware of what to expect with this deposit. You don't want them to come and think that this deposit was a full payment. You want to clearly outline that this is a deposit and the rest will be due on the time of service. You can also collect tax for deposits when customers no-show or cancel. You toggle that on, and then you can put your tax rate in here. Then for online booking settings, you can require a card on file for future payments. This helps you in the long run for any issues that may arise, or if there are additional services that they may use, they can simply use the card on file. So once you have this set, then you will click save, and that will give you your required deposit on your appointment bookings. Update number 6 is that digital wallets are now in the appointment booking flow. Now, when customers go to pay for their appointments, they will now see the Google Pay, the Apple Pay, and any additional flexible payment options that you have available in your store. They are now able to kind of streamline that appointment booking service to where they don't have to look for a card. They can go ahead and utilize the Apple Pay as they typically do. That update is currently available right now in your account. So once your customer goes to book an account, there's nothing to book an appointment. There's nothing that you need to do. They will be able to utilize that digital wallet now. So the next updates are for the food and beverage industry. There were a lot of updates that happened in regards to food businesses to help with back end and front end of your business. One update is the ability to add vendor pricing to your products. So you can see as the restaurant owner, the vendor costs along with the cost of your goods. So that is now a side-by-side view per unit in real time across all of your vendors. You can go in and add multiple vendors and import the price sheets for each one. And once you import it once, it updates it across the Square ecosystem. So you only have to do it once. Next is the introduction of the AI voice ordering. Now, when customers call your business, you're able to allow your AI to take the orders for you. This helps for solopreneurs or very small teams who take voice ordering, who take online orders. It will help with the streamline of that flow. You can turn this feature on or off from your messages. So you'll click messages here in your dashboard and you will go to settings. When in settings, you will go to AI powered responses, and here you can click setup. It is not turned on for by default right now in your business, but you can set it up to utilize later. When you do come in and look at your AI power responses, there is an AI that answers select customer text. So it will let you know if the customer needs help. It'll send you a notification via the Square POS in the Square app on your phone or your iPad. You can also allow AI to answer those calls and have an escalation message for when it can't be completed through an AI. It has to be somebody who is physically able to talk to them. AI can't replace everything. So you'll click setup and you'll able to start a 30-day free trial for the Messages Plus, where you're able to get that phone number for the texting and have unlimited message and get this AI support for your calls. Once you hit next, you'll go through and choose your locations and you'll click next. From next, you'll add your online business page information. That information will go here. Then you will click next and then you will click subscribe. So once you complete that, you will get a phone number, but it will take within 7 days for you to get that number with a successful verification. So you could click continue. While you wait for that, you can set up the beta parts of this messaging. So you can allow AI to answer customer calls. This is eligible for food and beverage sellers on paid plans with ordering profiles. So you can click to set up that ordering profile and click confirm. From there, you would have the update where they will request and you will receive an email saying that you have access to this now or you don't have access to this now. They are limiting this, I'm sure, for testing purposes, as it is a new feature for new store owners. So once that is updated, you'll see your business number, you'll see the pending carrier verification, you'll see your notifications, AI responses. You can have the text us button regardless if you have the phone number through them or not, and do not disturb, and then you have your permissions. So that is under your messages, and you'll be able to see if that verification is still pending or when it's available here or in your notification panel here. Next, for food and beverage companies using Square, you are able to manage Grubhub right from your Square account. This includes orders. You no longer have to log into your Grubhub, have a separate iPad for it or any additional technology in utilizing it. Everything now lives in your Square dashboard. To utilize Grubhub in your account now, you will go to online and you will go to sales channels. Now, this is where most of the essentials and different integrations live, including your Google Business Profile. I have a video on how to set that up. You have DoorDash, Uber Eats, Grubhub, Google Ads. You also have Meta for Business, Order with Google, Facebook food ordering, pickup and delivery from your POS system. And for appointments, you have Reserve with Google, and you have Instagram that you can add your Square account to for customers to easily click the booking and go and book on your Square account. So the same is said for the Grubhub setup, and it will live with it will be a direct connection between Square and Grubhub. You can see what it does, how it works, and how much it costs to utilize this integration, which on Square is free to use. So you have your onboarding, which will take less than 5 minutes, and it will integrate those orders and sync your menus and your hours. You do want to make sure that you have all of your business information inputted into Square correctly, so that that information is synced correctly through to the different platforms and integrations that you add. In line with Grubhub as that integrated sync, you also have the ability to edit your menu once, and now it will update everywhere. So you don't have to go in and make multiple changes to your menu in the different areas with Uber Eats, with Grubhub. Everything will now sync through to all of the channels you have available on your store. So these are some very great updates for different industries utilizing the Square platform. If you are going to make the move to using Square in your business, we have a number of resources to help you in getting started and launching your business on Square, no matter the industry that you're in. If you are looking for more resources on Square, you can check the description for a quick link for how to get started, a guide to our free business starter checklist for you to get all of your business necessities in order before you start embarking on the launch of your business. It helps you to ensure that you don't have issues that come up as you go forward with your new endeavor.